All right. Let's see if this is working. This is supposed to be a Facebook Live. I'm trusting it's working. So I'm also doing this live on my Instagram page. So perfect. We're live on Instagram and also I'm live on Facebook. And good. It's predominantly made for Facebook, but let's see if this is going to work really well because I haven't been able to be on for a while. So I'm going to be, hello Instagram family, hello Demetrius, and I'm going to be mostly focusing my eye here on the Facebook page. So much love. If you can be on me on there, I would really appreciate that. It's on the HoniB and Author Speaker Healer page. So welcome everyone, and also those of you who are joining on YouTube on my channel, HoniB official channel. So much love to everyone, as it's been quite a while since I've been live here. I have missed all of you so much. I know that many of you have also been inward, being in your own inner sacred space and going through what you are called to go through in this really divine perfection state of beingness, consciousness, and just everything that you are experiencing. So I have not been live on my Facebook page for quite a while, for several months. As most of you know, since January, I've been really inward. For 6 months, I didn't facilitate any healing sessions, any events, any interviews, anything like that. If anything, I've actually been quite withdrawn, and quite a bit withdrawn from the social media as well. Some of you know I've shared a couple of videos regarding that, and today is day 226 that I've been dedicated every day in my blissful place, really just in the morning, complete silence, completely inward, completely being in my own inner realms and my bodies and meeting everything that needs to be met, and then aligning with my great presence and really merging with my presence, merging with my mighty I am, merging with what already is in that great essence. So hello Mary, Taurus, and Demetrius. Hello Carol. Nice to see you all here. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for leaving your comments. So it's been an incredible place, I have to say. Most of you are aware that as of June 1st, I began a private meditation circle regarding everything that I had been experiencing and what my presence had shown me to navigate through regarding all these deep traumatic wounds that had finally, I'd done a lot of healings just like many of you have over the years, but the depth in which I've been able to go to has been quite remarkable in being able to really go to the place where it's been so tangled in my system and be able to meet with it, greet with it, and bring all my Christ light into it. And finally not escaping or anything like that. And this all really was inspired middle of January, where I actually had a nervous melt breakdown with panic attack and anxiety attack, and I just really couldn't take me anymore. I couldn't take the pain that was in me, not the physical pain, but the emotional pain was so tremendous. So I needed to face me, and the panic attack was really there to just show me that I'm running away, literally, because it's just too painful. So from there, I sat in it that night. It was actually my younger son. He said, "Mommy, you got to get a hold of yourself. I know you're a Christed being. This doesn't make sense. Go sit in there and face you." So I came sit actually right here in our bedroom, and Michael was away, and I got to really sit in that silence and not run away. And from that night, my own mighty presence came in with my higher self, explained things, and showed me how to navigate through this and how to truly transform this state of pain and suffering inside of me from all these traumas, all these childhood traumas that's just been so tangled in my body, and how to begin untangling it. So I took 6 full months to go through it myself. Then June 1st, I began this group of the private presence meditation with 22 participants, actually 17 participants that joined. And then month of July, another group joined in, and then we went through it also in August, which completed a 90 days of this every single day coming in this place and allowing the presence to be the great space holder. So I can't express how incredible this 8 months has been as I've entered to the month of 9, especially after the 9/9 portal, because there was a lot of completion. And interestingly enough, a lot of my outer reality was coming to this also space of completion and completion. Thank you, Demetrius and Mary. Missed you all as well. So this 9/9 completion was really incredible, just on a very simple everyday life. It had to do with a lot has been around family. And I really want to emphasize on this because, for years I ran away from family because there was a lot of painful things associated with it. Just like most of us, we've incarnated into an incarnation where, a lot of us light bringers and light workers have chosen to come into some of this deep level of dysfunctional and sort of like painful encounters, just so that we can give greater birth, greater desire to its opposition, which is harmony, which is beauty, which is flow, which is ease, which is grace, which is really pure love. Hello, Paola, nice to see you. So many of us, and that's why, we've been the black sheep of the family, and we've been very sensitive as children, and we've been able to have so many different abilities as a young child, but everything has had to be shut down from cultural, family, religion, everything else. So it's like old news for most of us right now. Nothing is new. Then we've had our awakening journey. Then we've gone through this never-ending journey, and it truly is a never-ending journey. I feel the one thing I can say after 8 months, I'm finally at a place, it's been a few months, that I am just so okay and grateful that this is not a never-ending journey. Forever this created pain and suffering for me because I've wanted it to end, until I discovered there is no end to this. It's a continuous journey, and there's so much that evolves out of this. So why bother creating that suffering within myself? So that's really lifted out of my field, and it feels so much joyful. And this presence experience that I have every day, sitting in this silence, is like my true happy, blissful place. And I can see this for the rest of my incarnation, because it's so free from putting protection. It's so free from calling in guides, calling in masters, calling in angels, calling, galactics and the Federation. It's free from all of that. It's straight, direct connection, completely with the fullness of what I already am, my great presence, and the fullness of what already is in all. Just straight, direct that. I've let go of everything, and it feels really freeing, but everything is already in it. So it's just a very different space that feels truly inspiring, easy, peaceful, and a transformed state. And I want to come back to this place of when I said there's been a lot of time I've spent with just family, because a lot of us have ran away from our family because it's too painful. not being able to be understood, having so much triggers, then being in different consciousness. You are an awakened soul, you can see things, and then you have been also going through the really challenges and suffering because you just haven't been able to be noticed by what you can see, hear, feel, sense, and of course your spiritual gifts, and then it's all been have to be suppressed and depressed, so that hasn't felt good. Yet there's this time that we also go through, and I really have to give credit to the consciousness on the planet with the assistance of the sea that 2020 in February of 2020 really came into our presence, because that's really kicked things into gear, and it's given us the opportunity to face every fear within us, to also then allow us to create different life changes for us, really forced us also in a way to really embrace what is our authentic truth, the divine truth, and not fight with it anywhere. Wherever you are, just wherever you are, whatever it is, and just come into that place of a non-triggered place, just fully embracing. And another thing with this that I have recognized with me has been this incredible place of being really with my family and really enjoying them for who they are, not who I want them to be, not who I wish they were, not who I really hope they could become, but just exactly as they are, with their religious beliefs, with their political beliefs, with their cultural beliefs, and whatever belief, and then be able to actually share a space that's just so filled with love, and all is okay, all is accepted. So it's been, I just feel giddy because I feel this ginormous pressure that's lifted these several months as a direct result of the space I've been in, the silence every day, meeting my own little triggers and treasures, and the triumphs and the tribulations and all of this, and really be with the true essence of me, who was calling for me to be service to, and untangle the heaviness by bringing my Christ light into it, so that it can begin to shift my outer reality by this deliberate, conscious, real self that is in a pure state of awareness without trigger or anything like that. Really a free space. So for that I feel really grateful, and it is continuous. Some days it's a lot better, it keeps getting better and better, and some days then there are encounters that come up, and for example, whether my car got towed, or my car was being sold, or we're looking for a house, all those encounters that are coming, how I can remain in this sacred, really wonderful place, and truly bringing through without any effort in its streaming of my true Christ light through my holy Christed living self, in alignment with it, and I've been able to witness a total different shift in my outer reality, which feels really incredible. So let me go over a couple of things, and this is why I've been a bit absent. I really haven't been of service to clients, to anyone. After 9 years, I really had to take off to be service to myself, and not do light codes and transmissions and activations and healings on others, and planetary work, grid work, clearing, removing satanic lines, and channeling with the different masters, different higher dimensional light beings, or working with the Galactic Federation or the Intergalactic Councils. I've had to let go of all of it this past 8 months and just be with me that I crave so deeply, so that I can really authentically and truly be right here in this now with whatever is, and allow my presence to lead the way, to guide the way, to share the way. So again, as a result of that, so much of my outer reality has shifted, which was so delicious and wonderful and light. There has been challenges between family members and all the things come up, but my response to it has been very different, has really shifted from reaction to response. And compassion, true compassion, is something that I really wished for, and I knew I had it in me, and I wanted to finally be in a place that I can live from a place of true compassion and really notice if somebody's acting from their place of limitation or trigger, that I won't be triggered, and I can just stay here with so much love and compassion and recognize that they're acting from that place because they're in a suffering place, and that's all they know. And gosh knows I've been in that place. I know that shoe very well, and I also know what it's like being here now, and how amazing that is. So lots of good stuff, and I'll share also that I've been spending some time with the crypto world. It's so amazing. During this presence meditation, I received my first love gift offering for the service that I was providing in cryptocurrency. It's so exciting. So I've gotten a chance to work with Litecoins and Ethereum and a bit of Bitcoin, and just tapping into the frequency and its consciousness. And I have probably just one little tip of advice that I have to say for those of us who are more new and we're just dapping in and we've been studying things and learning. So I have a hard wallet. It's the Ledger hard wallet. And this hard wallet is connected to Coinify. So one of the things that I want to tell you with this one, I was able to put 3 of the accounts on there with Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin on it. And just learning how to do it and buying this cryptocurrency. And I really love the way this is. But one of the most interesting things about this was that when I bought my Bitcoin, the account wasn't synchronizing with the ledger was there, but it wasn't synchronizing. So what I bought from, let's say, Coinify had not kicked in for about 10 days. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to have my bank involved, all of that. But I did it again with such ease and grace and trust. I wasn't panicked or anything like that. And I learned something. So if you're going to get anything with cryptocurrency, start do something like just $10, $5, $10, just to make sure that transaction actually goes through. So it's set up before you do larger sum, because then your money is stuck somewhere. And if you don't know, there's no phone call, so they don't answer with Ledger or Coinify. And it takes a while for them to respond. So that's quite an alarming thing. So, but I'm having a lot of fun with this and learning, and I love discovery. It makes me feel really wonderful. So this is a Ledger hard wallet. The other thing that I wanted to tell you all, some of you have already seen this. This is the Radiance magazine, and for this month, Michael and I are featured at the last page. This is our first official, actually, a magazine that we are featured in together, and it is dedicated to the Archangel Michael transformational healing. And what's so amazing about this that I want to share is this. So some of the individuals that were part of my 90 days presence meditation circle, which Michael was also part, remember this, on July 17th of this year, Michael stayed up all night because he was listening to the live voice recording of 4 years ago on July 17, 2017, when he was working on me, and I was just in such a bad place, like really, really rough place, and he was working on me, and I started creating sound because he was working in my hands. It hurt so much, and I was just devastated. And honestly, I wanted to leave Earth. I didn't want to live anymore. I was just so tired of life and all the headaches and challenges. So some of you have been there. You know that, like, nothing new. So and that morning, as he had put few needles on me, and he was working on my hands, I started creating sounds and ow, ow. And it was just mostly because it hurt so much. But I created so much sound that my sound kicked my consciousness out. And from there, I moved into a size of an orb on the side, and my consciousness stayed here. And those of you that know that I'm a TransMedium TransChanneler, then a presence entered my body, and that was the Archangel Michael, and it took completely over my entire body as a fully incorporated TransMedium TransChanneler, and spoke to Michael directly. So we have the 12-minute recording voice of that, and those of you who have heard it, everybody gets goosebumps, everybody's shaking when they hear it. Even myself, I can't even hear it because the frequency is so high. But Archangel Michael explained a lot of things about our human suffering, then taught Michael what to do on my body to remove these pains and sufferings. So from there, the Archangel Michael transformational healing was created. So for 4 years, Michael has been facilitating this particular powerful, truly transformational, life transformational session in this 2 hours, which we have seen so many miracles, like friends that could never get pregnant, they became pregnant. Those who had tumors, they were gone. We can't say that because the work is not, Michael's or mine, but Michael facilitates, and everything that happens in there is quite incredible. So having said that, so Michael, on July 17th this year, he stayed up all night and he wrote this article, which is right here. And so many of you on Facebook took part and just send your love and energy and amazing just celebration of it. And it was so beautiful. And we had one lady who's a mutual friend. She just blasted it with negativity of false light, the angels never talk to you, and also something about demonic thing, and that really triggered Michael, because it was like, this is the core work of what he facilitates, and how many lives have been transformed in the most incredible ways, and what we've been a witness for 4 years. And here's somebody that doesn't know us, who we have mutual friends, who's considers herself a very light being, and just went on every page and posted this. So Michael and I removed that, and in our presence meditation, I helped Michael meet this energy of trigger that he had faced. So it was live on our private page, and Michael really cried at that, and he got to experience the trauma of his childhood, where he was publicly humiliated and bullied and what have you. So we were able to move through that, and he never responded to this lady. He never went to attack or anything like that. He just let it be, blocked her, removed her. I blocked her. And we're like, there's no fight. This is not of light. You don't do such a thing. So from there, Scott Weir, who's the founder of Radiance Magazine, messages Michael and says, listen, I'm so touched by your article. Can I please feature it here? And look, Radiance. How incredible is that? Where here this was, and then he featured it. That came out on 9/1, and it's the exact magazine, and it is the collaboration between us and us as a sacred divine union. Everything we go through, we have our ups, we have our downs. Triggers come with us. Triggers come through because of the traumas of our individual life come in, and our love is to help transform these energy within us so that we can also have it transformed within the collective and our family line and our ancestry line. And it's very enriched experience, and it's such a celebration. So Scott, for those of you in Southern California, these magazines are everywhere, and like coffee shops and health center places and everything, and he travels and drops them off, and we're like, this is incredible. Look at the way this frequency blasted out. Even somebody came to diminish it, to trash it, but here's the truth. When you are staying true to your essence, to your being, and even somebody who's so-called light worker come attempt to like trash you, it can't touch you. Because when you've met your own trash inside, when you've loved those trashy area, those debris, those hurts, those pains, those traumas, and you've been able to untangle it out of your body, and it's a clear, open space, it doesn't affect you, it doesn't bother you, it doesn't touch you, it doesn't even impact you in any way. It's like dust, like nothing. And that's a true empowered state. And that's where from there you don't even bother going into, into like arguments with anyone. You let everybody be, you accept them, you just sort of sit back and chill and relax. And gosh, I love that place. I love that place. Thank you, Demetrius. It was really wonderful. Really, really wonderful. And it is a celebration. And today, Michael is at Nourishing Journey in Columbia, Maryland, facilitating a full day of Archangel Michael transformational healing. So that's that. Everything else is really well. From September on, finally, all these clients that are waiting, I'm going to be helping those. My focus is only in one area, the presence to transformational session. So in this 2 hours, 2.5 hours, to help you navigate exactly what I experienced and what I've been going through every single day, and this 90 days for these 22 participants that I also assisted. So any of you feel called, if you're especially experiencing still a lot of traumas and debris and sadness and exhaustion and all of that, you can email me, honeyb1111@gmail.com, and I'll just walk you through exactly what I did with the group. And you have to be willing, you have to be determined, you have to have your own discipline to go through 30 days yourself to really, really hone this in and take your own power back. So I really like to assist individuals who really want to assist themselves and not looking for a next guru, next teacher, the next cool thing. That just doesn't resonate with me, because the true essence is that you already are equipped with everything. The divine has inherited everything into you. Everything is already here. We know that on a conscious level and subconscious level, but there's another thing when we align it and actually allow it. So it's all about the allowing that most people are not really allowing. And I want to assist individuals to help them allow in this space. The other part for me is I'm very excited. In early October, I'll be putting the in-person crystal grid creation for all kinds of things. Like when you are, let's say you want to buy a home, you want to create this sacred altar with the crystal grid, or you're going through a divorce, or you have a birthday, or there is like an anniversary, or there's some specific date coming up, and how to use this crystal grid creation to really hone this energy into Gaia's crystalline Christ consciousness heart. So that's coming up, and that will be in person. And the other part is Michael and I are also putting this protocol for those individuals who've been jabbed and they have but they really didn't want to, and they were kind of like forced. We're putting a protocol to help them energetically on multi-dimensional level get clear. So that's something we're putting together to start in October to help others. So I feel that would be really wonderful as well. So that's that for now. We have also a little bird, as most of you know, Juju Berry. Just so happy having this beautiful parakeet here with us every day, just so we can give it all of our love, and that's been really wonderful. And I sold my car. That was such a blessing to a wonderful gentleman who, after 5 years, my Kia Soul is gone to exactly the right person. That's what I paid for, and it happened on 9/9. And he's taking it to Turkey. And now I'm in the midst of getting my next car. I'm so excited about it. So much fun. Just enjoying the simplicity of life. I've let go of every Stargate portal. Like, you know, most of you are divorced full moon and Mercury, all of that years ago. So it doesn't even resonate with me. Because once you come to this place of presence, you feel the richness of all. Like everything else just goes by the wayside. Just becomes the simplicity of life that's just so full in here and right now. So that's where I'm focused. And I've missed you all so much. Demetrius, thank you for being on. Mary, thank you for being on. I think the other participant, Elizabeth, thank you for being on. It's so wonderful to see you all. And thank you for being you, really. Just thank you for being you. May you be blessed. May you be just so filled with so much love. May you just really find every day whatever it is that makes you truly feel happy, and allow that to vibrate and put more attention to that. Anything that feels slightly negative or darker, just turn your attention to another way and build on that and build on that and build on that, and just let your field be filled up with this beautiful light. It's not that you're ignoring it. You're going to build it more because it will take care of itself. So that's what I wanted to share. Lots of love to all of you. Thank you for being here today. So much love. And